Hey there, I'm Tom. Welcome to Moss Models and Mistakes, and I'm just here to say, hey, oops, I dropped something. That's okay. I've been working on stuff. I had until I took the headers off. Well, one header fell off, and then I took the other one off because I'm gonna make sure they're both anchored on very well. But here's the motor I've been working on, and it had this afternoon it had headers, and now it does not. Obviously, the problem with this whole thing was I screwed up pretty badly. I got the valve covers on backwards. If you need the breather cap right there, and then there should be another one on the other side. Unfortunately, you're looking at the front of the motor. The breather cap goes back here, so this is wrong. The whole and the other side is also wrong. Problem is this breather cap I lost because it's so dang tiny. Where is it? What? No, it's on this side. It's so dang tiny. I mean, I know, make it apart and wow, is that detailed and stuff. But son of a gun. But anyway, I lost one. This one I lost a bunch of times. But I mean, it looks just like a piece of chrome sprue or something, you know? And anyway, so I got those to put back on. And then besides that, I'm not taking the valve covers off, so we're going with what we got. And so other than using panel liner on it, that's what I'm going to do for that motor. And I do need a little bit of a hand because I'm trying to figure out what color should I paint this? You know what I'm saying? What I want to do, well, see, the reason is, next thing I'm going to do on this is detailing the interior. And in order to detail the interior, it's really nice if you know what the exterior looks like. You know. Well, where's my hood? There it is. My dash is get it out. I can do this all day, and it's not going to get any better. Sorry about that. But anyway, I gotta detail that, which will be my very first ever, and I don't expect good luck. It doesn't come with any decals or anything, so it's me and my tiny brushes. So see what happens. But like I said, in order to do any of that, my seats and all that stuff, I need to have the exterior, the outside paint figured out. And I don't know what I want. I'm trying to visualize something, anything. And come on. And I was thinking, I have hiccups if you hear them, sorry. I was thinking of two-tone with just the fenders and the running board, one color, and then the rest of it another color with some effective trim from the color of the running board. But I don't know what color. I've been thinking about this pink and tan, not tan, rust color, pink and rust. Not a bright hot pink or anything like that, just a nice subdued pink, and then a rust color down the bottom. Maybe some rust pinstriping on it or something like that. Or, you know, I mean, yellow and brown seems kind of standard. Or, I don't know. Anyway, I need some ideas of color combinations. I'm helpful. I mean, I can paint it all one color and leave it at that. But I can't figure out which way I want to go. Oh well, let's see. What did I get? Today I got some Color Max Painter and Primer Krylon. Unfortunately, it happens to be Gloss Sun Yellow. I picked it up because it was like $5 for the can, and I'm all about Gloss Sun Yellow. It's a nice yellow if you like it, and I'll have it when I need it. Alexa, notifications.
We have two new updates, one from weather and one from Amazon shopping. On Saturday, there's a chance of rain near you in Bozeman, starting around 2 a.m. and continuing intermittently until around 5 p.m. Next, your package has arrived.
Thank you very much. The other paint has arrived. I'm gonna pause it, and I'm back. Alexa said, "Hey, you got a new delivery," and I thought it was a new notification because I am expecting one more. But usually they don't come until like almost 9 o'clock at night, and it's 10 of 8. So the notification that something was delivered was this. So, yay for when I need it. It's a great color, man. Okay. Anyway, if you could give me a hint, your thoughts on a color combination or a nice solid color that would look good on that. I've got almost like a robin's egg blue kind of coming, which I thought was delivered to see what that was, but that was just because I liked the color and I ordered it, not because it needed to go on here. I have an orange metallic, which would be like, I hate to say, it would be like that. And that's not really the way, I wasn't trying to copy the box. There's also a green metal flake, and I believe a red metal flake coming. These are testers? I can't remember. But I have some coming, so I can choose from those, or I can just get something else. Somebody has an idea, because I really want to start that interior pretty soon, and the sooner I figure out the outside, then I'll be able to get going on the inside. Anyhow, that's the news from that. I put these tires together. I know, monster. They have, I was helped out by Kim Carson. Let me know that these were they're moons from wheels from 1950, and it was weird because that's what it said on the box. It gave it apostrophe 50, and I was like, then it said moon wheels or something. And I'm like, 50, I don't understand, because it was what it said, and I tried to look more into it than it was there. Just take it for what it is. It was a date. And anyway, but I had gotten some of that tire paint. Yeah, there it is. Tire paint, tire black, 71.315, and Negro Caucho. Okay, so that must say black tire. But anyway, good stuff. And I know what it's for. You know, it's painting your, your resin tires and your 3D printed stuff and the white wheels that come in styrene wheel, plastic wheels that come in kits and all that. But I wanted to put it on here and see what it would look like, and it's really good. It looks like we made it. Rats. I hope you did the same. Okay, I don't care. I thought I had the writing on the outside, one on the outside, one on the inside, and I don't. They're all on the inside. I didn't want the writing on it. So anyway, it looks like it's supposed to. Maybe dulled it just a little bit, but I'm pretty happy with that good stuff. So let me know what you think on this stuff. That'd be great. And I wonder if I could get just, decals, dash decals that would fit this car. Or do I have to look through I'll have to look that up. I'll check that out. Go online and see what I can see. I can always work out to be a stock car and put some my favorite livery from NASCAR, Woods Brothers 21. That might be kind of cool. And I do have that orange metallic and white. Anyway, please let me know what you think. I'm happy to see what I could do. Now what I've got to do is some work. Yeah, I'm getting tired. So I'm going to get back to work and doing my scraping and stuff because I really need to. So I can get my those back on. I really messed that up. And I hope you guys have a good time, good day. I was thinking earlier today that I went on this canoe hike when I was 16 maybe. And so went on this canoe hike and with Boy Scouts, and my cousin was part of it. He's considered my brother. We grew up together, and we went on a canoe hike. And the canoe hike went from Canaan, Vermont to Guildhall, Vermont, about 50 miles, and it was cool. We got up there with all our. There was about. Well, I guess we had about six canoes, and I wasn't with my cousin. He was, we had love-hate relationship kind of stuff. So anyway, sorry, got a little bit more. I got involved. Anyway, he had he was in a canoe with his friend, and I was in a canoe with my friend, and we were going down, and we were going to portage around this stretch of river that seemed to was deemed whatever rating it had, too dangerous for the adults to let us go through or something. I don't know. Whatever their rule was at the time. I mean, for this is for really experienced and all that, and we weren't really experienced. But anyway, I digress. So then, somehow in the beginning we start trying to get to shore because it was evident that the rapids were there and we wanted portage around, so we tried. And we got kind of mixed up, and then my cousin was like halfway right in front of us and he was sideways, sort of, and so, and of our canoe, and I just pushed him out of our way, thinking I'm helping him. You know, we're splitting up. Now you can find your way out and I'll find my way out. And I pushed him right into some rapid, and he went sideways, hit a rock, and then dumped the whole canoe. And he was pretty pissed. And I heard as I rode out of sight, Tommy, I'm gonna kick your ass. Which is why we paddled faster. We did get separated. Matthew and I did go through that rapids, and so did someone else, because after we got a ways out of the rapids, and we just went up against we beached the canoe. Anyway, we were just going to set up the camp, wait for everybody else to come down, and it looked like we were going to be spending the night. And somebody else came down through too. They had followed us out. They came down later. I guess we were pretty quick. Anyway, they found us, and then we saw everybody else the next day. They caught up with us, and they had been rescued by some of the parents, and they went and dried all their sleeping bags and everything that they had gotten all waterlogged, and got them a really good hot meal and everything. And then they did camp back out at night, and it rained on us. Well, we were fine, dry, but it was, 2 canoes and some paddles and some plastic cans, something over the top. Anyway, whatever we could find. Anyway, that was pretty funny. I don't know why I said that one, but the reason after all that is because for a couple, 4 or 5 times, I'd be walking at high school, and next Monday morning, walking, and I'd go to make a turn, and I was in the front of the canoe, and I was the guy going left, because if I saw a rock going in, he'd be steering around, and I'd help paddle that way or whatever. And so I started walking down the hall in high school, and I'd go to turn left, I go left and turn, and I did a right unconsciously too, and then I was like, geez, what am I doing? And well, it came out, and I didn't mean for it to come out. Anyway, so I stopped pretty quickly, but it was kind of neat. That was really a long story for nothing. Well, that's what you get here. You get what you pay for, they say. But now, I have better stories than that. I have drum stories, I have Marine Corps stories, I have some stories. I have fire department stories. Let's see. Yes, if you're new, I was in the fire service for 20-something years. I was in the Marines for 7. What was I doing? Oh, I worked in a mill, a textile mill. I worked with adults, kind of like they hire when nobody else can get a job. They hire you, and then you work with developmentally delayed adults was the term back then. And I just worked there because I was interested in mental health because I was working at a school that was. I was working as an aide in addition to working at a mill because that was working at the mill was like from 11 at night, 7 in the morning. So I worked that way, and during the summer I was working as a special education aide at this school from like 8 until whenever school got out, 2:30 or something like that. And then I'd go to sleep and I'd get up and go to work again. And so that's where I got interested in helping out the other place because that was for doing overnights, and I could go there and do overnights, or I could start working through, after work. Anyway, the way it worked out is I ended up having to quit the mill. I just couldn't take it anymore, and it was just too many hours. I would have fallen asleep driving to work easily. But anyhow, what was I telling you that for? Malden Mills. Oh, I was just telling you where we came from. When I was in the Marines, I did aviation operations. I was in helicopter squadrons, so I was mostly knowing all about helicopters versus the other stuff, and some fun stuff happened there. I was in the fire department. It was a volunteer fire department, very professional in their attitude and everything. They just got a new station, which is awesome. But yeah, I have a plaque and all that from them. But it was some of the best times when you're in some of the worst of times. It's really weird. Okay, I know I let this go on forever and ever and ever, and I'm not trying to bore anybody. I'm just a talker. So you guys have a good whatever time it is that you're looking at this, and I'll see you next time. See you later.